Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and this is my Battlefield 4 review. So, first thoughts on this game. You can see a lot of other footage on my live streams and day ones. I think my live streams were my day ones, but the game is really broken, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's got a lot of potential, but the game is just plain broken. It's just not a good deal. I'll explain more later, but first we're gonna go into the video options here. So of course you could switch through the options there for video, and you switch to custom, and then it has all the different things in there. So it's pretty basic. I didn't really go over it. I didn't really have too much video of it there, but we'll go ahead and go into some gameplay. So here's some nice. Some nice 60 frames per second gameplay. The game is absolutely beautiful. The new Frostbite engine is absolutely amazing as far as graphics are concerned. We'll continue talking about it a little in a second. I also am going to say why I didn't have what I think was one of the best parts of the campaign in here. But this is a pretty good part. You see, of course, the signature Frostbite lens flares from the lights and ambient occlusion and lighting. The lighting's a big thing, as well as the other post effects, you know, flashing when you hit metal and stuff like that.
What's the fastest way out? Push straight ahead. Out of our way, bitch. Yeah, why don't you flee, assholes? Take cover.
So really nice. Pretty short campaign. I actually didn't play all the way through. I guess I'll talk a little bit about it, since you kind of already see, and I kind of explain, you know, what's going on here with this engine. Engine runs really good. Right now I'm at 40 frames per second, which is easily playable. In this point, you just know it's pretty close to not being playable because you're at 30 frames per second.
It's coming back, Irish. What we gonna do? Hold on, man.
So absolutely beautiful engine, right? Nothing out there like it at all. It's just next gen, you know. Especially on a PC with all of its superior capabilities. But so here's what happened with the campaign. So I was working on, of course, reviewing it, right? And then all of a sudden I go on to what they have is their only, just like the Battlefield 3, is their only online option, where you have to go online, right, to go through it. Anyways, basically what happened is my save got misplaced, so my save got corrupted, and it shows that I played it because it saved it online, but it won't let me continue from that map. I tried, wouldn't let me continue, so I got stuck on like part 4 of 7, and I was, you know, 3/4 the way done, but it wanted me to start all over again. Anyways, so basically what happened was I can't continue playing the campaign, so I only played most of the way through. I only played 3/4 of the way through. Didn't get to the finale, but other than that, it was pretty good. And the other problem was that it corrupted my multiplayer save. So basically, it thinks that it won't remember any of my options I set. It won't remember the graphic options I set. It won't remember anything. Any of the settings I set, nothing. So every time that I go back and go through, it thinks that, hey, I'm going to tell you all the tutorials all over again. And you'll see in that footage. But other than that, and of course the various playing problems, you have it crash. Like, the reason why I don't have any more footage at the end is because I couldn't get the game to run. It would crash. I'll get to run, if I ran it 4 times, it would actually work once. And of course there you see that the single player is also pretty frustrating. So I had a lot of DirectX problems and it crashing, and then, you know, it corrupted my save. So basically could barely play the game, but I still think it's one of the best ones out there if you can get to play. Because, you know, the engine's absolutely beautiful. So here's some of the multiplayer. Of course, this is where it shines. This is where everybody knows Battlefield, right? Is because of its multiplayer. I'm playing some hardcore on Dawnbreaker or Daybreaker or whatever it's called. But you see how it's got the tutorials right there on the right, because it forgot my it forgot that it already told me once already, so it just shows you again. It's kind of lame. But the game plays really well. I mean, and also you can see that I'm getting really high frame rate, and I wasn't getting very high frame rate before, and how everything looks really bad. That's because it was locked into the settings. So I would have to go into single player and change it, but I don't think it would even save my settings because it already forgot them already. And it was just rushed. The game was rushed. It came out early because they wanted to get it out before Call of Duty. So there's various problems with engine stability and being able to save stuff, and the online problems and servers crashing. It's a lot of stuff. Also, I had another problem with it saving my attachments. So it would forget what level I was at as far as unlocking and in multiplayer. So I would unlock the M9 like 3 times, or I would unlock the V40, like V40 mini grenade, like twice or 3 times. Unlock a new sniper rifle like 3 times. So I would play, unlock it, and then the next time I went back, it wouldn't be there. Which most of that is recited. It's pretty good now for the most part. So no really big deal with that. But it's just too many problems. I'm just saying that it was rushed, and I would wait maybe, if you were to pick up this game, I would wait maybe another 3 months and pick it up. And probably then you could get a good deal on it, and most of the glitches would be gone. But that's what I would suggest, is wait on it, and hopefully they get everything figured out, because it's still got glitches and it's been quite a while now. But even for its glitches, it plays pretty good. And I think the other thing is, like, what really is different in this one than was in the previous one. I mean, probably, I guess, just the engine. And maybe some bug fixes. Well, not really, because I've heard that a lot of the problems that I have were in the previous engines. So it's like, kind of, what really is different, and is it really worth that $60, right? For a game that's not much different, besides maybe there's a lot of maps and a lot of different options, but I don't really know what the difference is. Similar to what people say about Call of Duty, right? Like, what's the difference between each Call of Duty? Of course, it's the guns and things like that, but in this one, are there really that many differences? I'm not sure. I didn't play much of the third one, so I couldn't tell you. It's just something I would ask, and for you to ask yourself how much, if you know Battlefield 3, how much is really the difference for you, and whether you want to get it or not. The engine's great, as far as the graphics, but the stability, not so much. And also the game itself, I've seen that it's kind of dying. There's less people all the time. It's just kind of, you know, kind of falling. So, but you know, there's a big Battlefield backing, so I think they'll figure it out. And they know they definitely screwed up, and they shouldn't have rushed it. But they're working on it. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's a way different pace from Call of Duty. If I could get my save to come back and either delete my save or whatever to get it to now start saving again, I would probably be playing it a lot more. As well as when the bugs get fixed and things like that. But it's a really good game, and here I'm playing deathmatch, but you have like Conquest, where you have all of the tanks and planes and helicopters, which I tried to go back and take some footage of, but couldn't get it to run, so just kind of left it where it was. It's just unfortunate where where the engine is now and the problems that it has. But that's what you get when you do new engines and people are trying to develop for brand new consoles and things like that, and trying to add in new technologies. You know, you have a hit and miss, and in this case they kind of missed. You know, especially deciding to release it early was probably not the best idea, especially for especially for the PC. It probably wasn't that bad for Xbox or PlayStation 4, but it was for PC. I guess that's the luck of our draw for being in, for some reason, a console marketplace. Of course, very strategic, as you see, going all out, you know, shooting down like that doesn't quite work exactly all the time. And I think everything's pretty well balanced. There's not certain things that really overpower other things. You just have to rank up, but like I said, it's kind of frustrating that you rank up and it doesn't save your rank, so you unlock the same sniper rifle the next time. It's almost like you didn't even play. Kind of unfortunate. Unfortunate that a game of this caliber would be plagued by those problems. Alright, so now we're just going to take a look at the online, which is a really good platform. I actually like it. I don't really like that you have to launch from there, but I like how you could change, you know, your loadout without loading up the game and things like that, which is what you're looking at here. And it's got a lot of different things that you could change, and as well as you could do that. They have the new battle packs, which is really cool, which is basically you open up a battle pack and it'll give you a random attachment for the guns you have. So you unlock a really good sniper or whatever, you're like, oh hey, I got the new sniper, I don't have any attachments though. Open up a whole bunch of battle packs and now you got attachments. You could win attachments for that sniper. If you open it up, it's random what you get, but that's pretty cool. As well as, of course, in Battlefield fashion, it's got a lot of different attachments that you could put on there. A lot of different other gadgets that you could put on your different things. Like I was using the defibrillator and the first aid pack. A lot of different cool stuff. And there's that V40 Mini. This is, those are carbines. Or DMRs was that what I had equipped there, but you could also equip sniper rifles and things like that. And they have the same thing in game. You can do it all in game as well, or you can do it offline. So that's why I like it, is because you can do it offline. You know, change your logo and all different kinds of things. Alright, so let's go into a conclusion. So this is a conclusion, is that it would be a great game to get like 3 months from now, 3 to 4 months, or 2 months, somewhere in between there, in between 2 and 4 months. Probably, you know, January, February, something like that. And it would definitely play really good. They'll have all the problems solved, hopefully, by that time. It's just that people that got it early kind of were guinea pigs and kind of did like a it was like a beta almost, right? But they paid full price for the beta, and they were just kind of like, oh sorry, you know, we wanted to get it out early for Call of Duty, and that kind of really backfired for them. So, you know, this is what we got. Now in 2 to 3 months I'll probably go back to playing it really a lot more, and see if I could even put in maybe a ticket to get that that save thing getting rid of. So Other than that, I mean, the game plays really well. The game is great to play. I really like the multiplayer experience, especially team deathmatch without any of the vehicles. And even the vehicles are fun, you know, the conquest, going to different places, sniping from across the map. It's really cool. It's an experience you're not going to get in Call of Duty or anything like that. So, would I highly recommend this game? Yes, because it is one of a kind and you're not going to get an experience like this in any other game. They just don't do that kind of thing. And especially, you know, the size of the maps and things like that. How many players are in there? You can have up to 64 players in there at one time, which you can't really do on console or anywhere else because of the load. Dedicated servers. I've been in servers where there's like 17 millisecond ping, which is basically gives you great hit detection and everything. And the servers are very stable, very very stable. They have also other things where you could vote for the next map, vote to kick, things like that. So there's a lot of good things about it, and a lot of things that I praise that aren't in a lot of games. Like Call of Duty kind of went away from the dedicated servers thing, and Battlefield is still there. That's where they came from. They're sticking with that, and I'm glad that they do that because it makes the PC experience a lot better than any of their other console, any of the other systems experience, just by the mass that you could do, and what exactly you could do in that. Um, Other than that, it was definitely too early of a release, especially for the full price. Should have probably beta. They did even beta. They did have an open beta, and there was a lot of problems in the open beta, and they didn't really solve. I don't know how much they solved, but there was still problems when the release. So I guess they didn't solve enough, and it just they should have took a little more time with it. But other than that, it's got the Frostbite, the new Frostbite engine, and it's absolutely beautiful looking. I believe it's Frostbite 3. Yeah, I think it's either Frostbite 2 or 3, something like that. Anyways, yeah, it's definitely a great experience to play, and I really enjoy playing it. I wish I could play all the way through the campaign and get more multiplayer footage, but I'm definitely going to be back to it because it's one of my favorites of this holiday season here. So I would definitely get it in the next 2 months, 3 months. And then play it. It'll probably have very little bugs left, and you're not going to find that experience anywhere else. That's my review. This has been Steven from Legit PC. It's definitely a must-buy. Not a very good early release. If it was released like 2 months from now, it would be perfect. So I would wait till then, 2-3 months, and buy it, play it, have some fun, finish the quick campaign, and then play a whole bunch of multiplayer and level everything up. And they're also doing a lot of DLC, so very, very DLC rich, and a lot of ways to expand your gameplay. You know, like China Rising, you know, another 4 maps. It was like 5 gigs of DLC that I got. You know, it was really cool. So that's my review. It's been Steven from Legit PC. If you like my videos, please subscribe for more videos like it, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.